So I wanted to come on here and kind of give you some 50 years of Walt Disney World YouTube recommendations. And it's not just, like the standard channels you would think of, like Disney Parks or Disney itself. No. These are actually two channels that popped up recently, and they've been around for a couple of years, it looks like. But what it is that they actually, from what I have seen, in fact, one is going on right now. They actually do live streams from Walt Disney World. And they don't just do live streams of, okay, we're going to talk about this and that, and then they stop. No. What they're doing is live streams from basically a point of view, a POV. In other words, they're just, touring around there like, anybody else does. And what they're doing is they're live streaming with their cameras or their GoPros, if they have that connected to the phones and all that, and probably wearing some kind of cap grip, like what I have, and what I mean by cap grip, if you will, cap grip or something like that. I'm talking about like this. This is something you could use for the GoPro on your caps and everything. So I'm wondering if maybe they have that connection going on, because they're live streaming basically almost nonstop. And one of them that I'm going to recommend is called Rope Drop. And yesterday he did 11 and a half hours of live streaming from the Magic Kingdom. And I'm like, how is that even possible? How is he doing that? Because you would think the battery life would die out on his camera or his GoPro or whatever he's using. And it's not. So apparently, he's got, something going, he's got some kind of connection going on there to where, he can do a live stream for at least nearly 12 hours. And sometimes phones, depending on how powerful they are, especially the newer ones, that allow you to connect your GoPro with them, are capable of doing, such a feat, if you will. So you got Rope Drop that was doing that for the past several days. He was doing live streams of just walking around the park and everything. And now you have one called Tripping with the Turners, and they're pretty much doing the same thing. That channel is doing the same thing, where it's like, hey, we're going to give you pretty much a point of view of what it's like to be at Disney World, especially for those that can't physically be there, especially if you like myself, live in another state and all that. So that's pretty cool that these people are doing these kind of things, I should say, especially for the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. Now, there is another one called Disney Dave, and apparently he goes to everything Disney, the cruises, to the parks and all that, and he films. I don't know if he does live streams or anything, but he does film. And it's pretty cool to see that, so that way, as a viewer, not a viewer, but as a person that would like to go to Disney World, financially, financially you can't afford to go there, like myself. Like right now, forget it. I can't go there even if I wanted to. He basically is allowing you what he's doing, Disney Dave, that is he's allowing you to experience, the stage shows from the cruises, the stage shows from Disney World, stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And I'm sure they do the same with Disneyland. As well. I mean, the only Disney thing I have from a theme park perspective that I have here on my channel was one I did originally back in 2012 when I first went there to Disneyland along with my sisters, their families, and their friends. And that's the only time I've ever gone. And hopefully I'll go back again. But yeah, I have nearly 2 hours worth of video entitled My First Trip to Disney World. Besides that though, I also have video footage, which I may upgrade to 4K or 8K thanks to online-convert.com, of the wonderful world of color when it was, going on at that time frame. I mean, I'm sure it's still going on at Disneyland or California Adventure, but I'm assuming they've changed it up, like with the images and everything. But I will be possibly 4K or 8K the 480p video to be a little higher in quality, or at least more, I guess you could say, upscaled in a sense. I know that probably doesn't make sense to people when I say that, but you get the idea. But yeah, I just want to come on here and give you guys a bit of a channel recommendation as far as, the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World goes. And that's being Rope Drop and Tripping with the Turners and Disney Dave. But the two specifically, Tripping with the Turners and Rope Drop, because they basically, like I said, for the past couple of days have been filming from a point of view with the GoPros, which I'm assuming they have like connected to the camera phones like this one, if not newer. They've been, like I said, live streaming, a lot of the time there, to kind of give us a point of view of what it's like as if we were in their position. In other words, it'd be like, let's say you got a VR set, expensive or cheap. I have one of those $5 ones they sold at my job. Yeah, they sold those $5 to $10 ones. I have one of those. It's like basically if you wore that, or you connected the internet to your VR, like the Oculus or whatever, and you'd be basically viewing it like from that perspective, like, ooh, I'm actually there, but it's somebody else that's filming it. So I highly recommend checking these two channels out specifically to kind of get like a point of view of what it's like to be at Disney World. Because like when you film from, doing a visitation at a theme park, whether it's Disney or Universal or whatever, and you watch back on that film, you basically don't see yourself unless you put the camera, like what I'm doing right now, on yourself. You mainly just see what you filmed. And that's kind of what you get here with these two channels. But I thought I'd just come on here and give this recommendation for both channels. Check them out. I think you'll like them. I mean, if you like the fact that the Howard Johnson video from Anaheim, from the hotel in Anaheim, which is in the vicinity of Disneyland. If you like the fact that at 9 o'clock they have a good view of the fireworks and you can hear a little bit of the music from there, then you'll like this. And in fact, if you like mouse steps and what they give sometimes, you'll like these channels as well. But I just thought I'd come on here, give you a bit of that recommendation. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Comment if you like. Live stream, or not live stream, but live chat during the premiere. Give your thoughts, as you're watching it, or watching this video. Also check me out at Patreon at Brian Wilmer BW Rosas. Patreon.com/BW Rosas. Also check me out at BW Rosas Discussions on all your favorite audio podcast locations except for Pandora. We're still working on that. Also check me out at Teespring as well to help me out there. And check me out at BW Rosas on Vimeo to watch some videos like PMVs and all that you can't watch here due to copyright reasons, mostly like being blocked worldwide and all that. But yeah, these are two channels I highly recommend you check out. And that's all I'm going to say, guys. So until next time, God bless, take care, and I will talk to you all later. Peace.